Hello. All right. Hello. I don't know if the link is saved at the top of the chat. So give me a second. Pop that up there. All right. Control V. What? Okay. Control V. There we go. I don't know if that was already pinned. Oh, it says replace pinned message. We'll just replace it. I guess it was already up there. Hello. All right. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Bella. Good morning. All right. If this is your first time with us, welcome. I'm Morgan, owner of Ink Goddess Creations, and this is our Samhain Live. So we will be shipping these items next week. There's a pretty good chance you're going to get them before Samhain. So that's what makes this really fun. Christina says, good morning. I'm at work, but I'm here. Well, thank you for joining us while you're at work. Woohoo! All right. So our lives, if you're new here, our lives last somewhere between an hour and a half. Now, I will say we have a lot of one-of-a-kind items today. So like you will be buying A, B, C, D, like that kind of thing, so it does take me a little bit longer to get through, the descriptions of those. But basically what I do is I'm going to show you the items as I show them to you here. They go up for live on our website at inkgoddesscreations.com. I did pin. Okay, for me, it's right here. Ooh, that's pretty spot on. I did pin it to the top of the chat. Okay, so that's the category where everything will go up for sale. So you just have to keep refreshing because Colin's adding them as I go live or as I show them live. Okay. Angela says, I'm so excited. I made the live show. Yay! Hello, Angela. All right. So what I do is I go over the metaphysical properties. I go over how you can use them in your magical witchcraft practice. And any kind of fun stories from like who grabbed them at the gem show to, anything that happened while we were buying them. So if you are here with me, one of the cool things about being live is you get to comment. I do read them as I go along throughout the live streaming. I've only had one cup of coffee, so excuse me today. But basically for this live, everything has like a spooky vibe or can be used for shadow working, or no, that's about it. Spooky vibe or shadow working, I would say. And that's why we put them all in the Samhain Live. Like I said, because we're doing this today, we will start shipping these next week. There's a good chance you'll have these before Samhain, which is really fun because normally we do them as close to the Sabbats as possible. But this year we just started doing lives mostly on the second Saturday of the month. So that way, when it comes to Sabbats like this, you get your stuff before the Sabbat happens. All right. So just to go over the rules, if you are new here, you must complete checkout. So you have to go to our website, add the item to your cart, and complete checkout in order to get to claim it. Okay. Once you get your order number, that means that is yours. Okay. We don't do the whole right claim thing and then we send you an invoice. There's just a lot that can go wrong with that. So this way, if you check out, you get an order confirmation, the item is yours. All right. That means that you may end up buying more than one specimen during a live sale. We will ship according to what is in the best interest of the gemstone. Okay. So if it's in the best interest of the gemstone to ship by itself, we will do that. If we combine multiple orders into one shipment box and there is any overage, then we issue that in like store credit or like a gift card back to you to the store. Okay. So, Ronica is here. Jenny is here. Yeah, Phoenix says those kinds of live sales are just messy. The claimed ones cause me, like just watching them cause me anxiety because I'm like, what if that person never pays the invoice? What if I don't get 77 invoices out in time? No, this is just the easy way to do it. So if you complete checkout, it's yours. All right. So our price range today is $7 up to $250. So we have something just about every little tier in between 7 and 250. Okay, so let's get started because we do have technically 20 different things to go over today. A little bit of jewelry, a tumbled, but really we focused on spooky, pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to start with this one. There's a couple of like disclaimers about this one. All right, hold on. Okay, so first things first, when it comes to this, these are fragile. They actually ship in a box deconstructed. Okay, so the stand you will have to put together yourself, and then you will adjust the stand to fit your set of bat wings. Okay, so we have not fully done that here. We have assembled the stand and we started to kind of put it like clamp it and stuff, but then we realized we have to take it apart to ship to you all. So we kind of stopped, which is why I'm going to be dealing with this with a lot of delicacy, just because they're not permanently latched in. Okay. And I'm going to show you the back first. So this is and it does come in pieces. But if you ever, this video will stay live, or this video will stay on our YouTube. So if you happen to buy one of these, because there's no instructions with these, if you happen to buy one of these, then when you get your specimen, come back to this video so that you can, and like pause it here so that you can see how we assembled it. And you can see there's there's 4 black bars, 2 on each side that do adjust, okay? And then what you're gonna do is the front, you're going to pinch. So do you see like where the little metal hook is? You're just going to pinch those to really, hold it in there. Okay. Ours are not done like that. So that's why I'm basically just going to set this guy right here as I talk about him. Okay. These are obsidian, you guys. These are obsidian bat wings. I know. So solid obsidian. Obsidian is like volcanic glass. But that, as you can see too, I will lift it up just a little because I think you can see that they are like semi-translucent. Gorgeous. And I will get a little bit closer. Like I said, I am dealing with these extremely, extremely safely, just because we do not have it permanently anchored in. Once you get it, permanently anchor it in. Okay. So these are obsidian bat wings with the metal stand. Obsidian is a very powerful and creative stone. It increases self-control and releases imbalances and negative energies. Black obsidian is protective and provides support during change. It repels negativity and disperses unloving thoughts. Obsidian resonates with the root chakra, making it an extremely grounding stone. Oh, Laura is here. Good morning, Morgan and bat wings. Yes. So the bat represents death and rebirth, but in a transitional way, as in transitioning from one state or stage to another, leaving the old and approaching the new. Bats are symbols of intuition and represent independence of spirit and nonconformity to established ways. I love that. So putting this on your shadow working altar can help you navigate from one state to another. Putting it on just your regular altar. My ring light just kicked off. George is here, and he's now been able to mess with my regular ring lights. Damn it. He's figured it out. So for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, we have an in-house ghost named George. I had old ring lights. He would turn them off when it was something he loved. And now he has just turned off my ring light. So normally it's black obsidian. So apparently George loves the obsidian bat wings. I will have to figure that out in a second. He's been gone. He's been so good for so long. That's what Rachel said. He's been good for so long. All right. Anyway, we have 3 sets of these. They ship in a box that's only about this big. So they do ship like protected with the stand is unassembled. Okay. The wings themselves are like 9 inches by 7.5 inches. We have 3 of them. They're $115 each. Okay. Bella said, kind of miss George messing with the live gems. So early though, and we don't even have any amethyst or like purple labradorite. So it is his season. The veil is very thin right now. So hold on, let me pop those right there. I'm gonna see if I can turn my ring light back on. Oh no, the ring light's done. This is a brand new ring light, you guys. Oh, well, snap. All right. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, you guys. I'm still here. Hi, I'm still here. The ring light's toast. So that's fun. George killed my ring light, you guys. So I'm just moving. We have a second one set up. So I'm just moving it over. George killed my ring light. All right. Okay. If Phoenix says, George, you cannot bust the ring light to show your approval just because you can't flip the switch. Yeah. I wonder if it is the one with the other box. Okay. All right. We'll work with this. All right, you guys, I'm going to put this one very carefully back there. I will show you the back once again, in case you do grab one of these. This is how you want to assemble it. Woo! All right, made it through that. Okay. All right. The next one. So the next one is the tumbled. We do have like 46 of these. So it could be safe to say that you could add it to your cart. Oh, it did allow us to see they're translucent. Yeah, with only the one ring light. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to leave it with the one ring light. If this one goes off, though, Colin gave me a new power box just in case. Oh, man. So we do have a tumbled here. I'm just going to kind of do that, and then I'll pull up. So this is tourmaline, but it's a tourmaline mix. Tourmaline comes in so many different colors, you guys. It comes in black. It comes in pink. It comes in green. And it comes in yellow. So this is basically just a tourmaline mix. Even if your piece, like if you grab one of these and let's say you have mostly black, because this tourmaline is all from the same vein that has all the different types of tourmaline in it, then you end up getting a lot of the mixed energy of the different tourmalines. Okay. So each order is just for one of these. I would say you're okay to like add one to your cart and then check out with, something else later. We're going to intuitively choose which one you get. So let's just go over tourmaline real quick. All tourmalines are protective. Okay. They help ward off negative energy, psychic attacks. The gemstone mix includes a little bit of everything. So your pink, if you get some with some pink in it, let's go back to the pink one. Pink resonates with the heart chakra and crown chakra, opening you up to divine loving energy of the universe so that you can bring it down into your heart. There's also green in here. Green tourmaline is a stone of abundance and energy directed towards success, motivation, ingenuity to make money and follow your dreams. We have black. Most of them do have some black in them. Highly protective, blocks negative energy so you can prevent a psychic attack. Some of these have yellow in them. Inspires confidence and courage. It can help you keep a sunny attitude throughout your day. Blue. Yep. This one is more blue. It's a stone of self-expression, spiritual awareness, and communication. And then brown. Oh, yeah, there's a good brown one. A good brown one there. Perfect for grounding and protection. Helps you connect with Mother Earth. So these are $7 each. So yeah, we're going to intuitively choose one for you. And there are some that, like a lot of these are really good mixes. Like they're predominantly black, but then they'll have corners that are like pink and yellow or pink and brown. These are pretty cool. I just remember saying with our tumbled dealer, it was like tourmaline mix. And I was like, oh, pretty cool. Like this one's black, but you've got the blue on one side and then kind of like pink on the other. So yeah, so there you go. Just a tourmaline mix tumble for you. Pretty good quality too. All right, so the next three specimens are the same gemstone type. So I can just go over the properties of it, but then just to let you know, we have 2 specimens in it and 1 piece of jewelry. Okay. So if you like the properties of this gemstone, that's what I'm going to be showing next. Oh, Veronica said you should start saying George approved. Hopefully he doesn't mess with things anymore. But it is funny he popped up on the saw, and y'all are right. That's pretty timely for him. All right, so what we have next is smoky quartz. And I think George threw me for a loop. The obsidian wings I found, and I loved them, and I picked those out. Tourmaline mix. Usually I'm the one that's just grabbing, tumbled gemstones. The next one, these smoky quartz, we've got smoky quartz spears and smoky quartz clusters. Okay, I believe the clusters were Colin. The spheres were probably me or like one of our team, because we get our really good quality spheres from a vendor from Brazil. And so we just kind of attack their booth, and I'm always looking for like the spheres, the obsidian, the quartz, and the smoky quartz. But what we have is smoky quartz. I'm going to start with the spheres as I go over the metaphysical properties. So smoky quartz is a high vibration, high frequency stone. It creates a direct link with the divine and opens up your crown chakra to accept the knowledge that flows in from the divine. The cluster specimens are by far a two-handed thing for me. It is a powerful stone for initiating change and works quickly. It's a great stone to carry with you to keep open to spiritual messages and vibrations. It has been known to help relieve stress and depression and is extremely protective, extremely grounding. And yeah, you can see when a hand isn't behind it. These are gorgeous. So we have the spheres. They are all about 2 inches. We have these 3, so I have shown you the 3 that we have. So if you buy a sphere, we'll intuitively choose one of these for you. These are great for scrying. They do have little inclusions like the metallic inclusions, which are beautiful for scrying, because what you can do is focus on something on the inside of it, like one of these, reflective surfaces, and then you can soften your eyes, and that's how messages will come. Some of them have 2. I can see 2 of them have rainbows. Probably the 3rd one might too. Or if you get like this one's a little bit clearer, you see how my image is reversed in the back part of it. That's how crystal balls work too. You can always focus on your own image, or if you're reading for someone else, you can focus on their image reversed in the sphere. And that's how you get messages related or linked to them. Okay. So we have those 3 spheres. They're $28 each. Okay. 2-inch, gorgeous Brazilian smoky quartz. And then we have the clusters. These guys are huge, you guys. They're huge. Okay. So they are Lumerian. Okay. And I think I don't know if the Lumerian description is in there, because I realized that they were all Lumerian when I was just looking over things last night. So I added that they were Lumerian, but do you see the horizontal striations right there? So it is believed, and it is lore, that Lumerian, the ancient civilization of Lemuria, which was a highly, they were high vibrational, but they were also like, evolutionarily speaking, like surpassed modern man. They knew that their civilization was going to be done away with at some point. So they programmed crystals with their knowledge of the universe. And that's what these little, hold on. Yeah. That's what these little horizontal striations are. Okay. So supposedly, if you hold them and meditate with Lumerian crystals, you're not only getting the high vibrational energy of the ancient Lumerians, but you're getting the knowledge of the universe. Okay. Yeah. Phoenix says, holy crap, that's massive. So this is A. This is actually the smaller one of the three. But as you can see, like, just to know that Mother Nature creates things this big is crazy. This is technically a double terminated point. Actually, it's a triple terminated. So you've got a little point right down here and these two big massive ones. And this is just the tip of this massive structure. This one measures 6 inches by 4.5 by 5.25. It weighs 7 pounds, 5 ounces. So it's a baby. It's 205. Okay. And this is the smallest one out of the three. So that is A. If you purchase A, you're purchasing that exact specimen. So this one is B. B has multiple points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So B is also Lumerian. Let me get the light. See all this texture in here? These are also Lumerian. B is even bigger. B is 6 inches by 5.5 by 5. It weighs 8 pounds, 2 ounces, 225. I think it's crazy when I see stuff like this, because just to let you on, look at all the Lumerian right there. I had big babies, so like this still weighs just slightly less than my daughter did. I just had bit, but this is 8 pounds, 2 ounces. This is a newborn baby. So is the other one, 7 pounds, 5 ounces. And then C, stay. C, we had to put really close to me because it weighs 9 pounds. So C is basically, and this is what makes it really cool. C, you can display it so many different ways. So right there, first of all, you can see all the Lumerian lines. So if you look at it, this is the point of one point, okay? And then this is the point of the other point. So this is just two absolutely massive smoky quartz points, Lumerian smoky quartz points. And you can even see as I tilt it around with the light, all of the gorgeous Lumerian, like these are like almost 360 Lumerian. So you can choose how you display it, whether you do this side up because this is the point here, or this is the point here of this small one. So this one is 9 inches by 5 inches by 4.5. It weighs 9 pounds. It's 230. So absolutely gorgeous smoky quartz clusters, Lumerian at that. I gotta figure out how I had it fitting in the spot on the table. There we go. Yeah, Ronica said gorgeous. Oh my, stunning. Yes, they are huge. All right. Then just to continue on, we do have a piece of smoky quartz jewelry for you all. So again, properties are the same, high vibrational, protective, grounding, but we went with faceted for this. Look at that. All the gorgeous facets in it. And it's a big chunk of smoky quartz. You know, these are 1 inch by 1/2 inch. I think that measurement might be small. And these are sterling silver. They will come. Okay, so we did have to change our sterling silver a little bit because the price of sterling silver has skyrocketed as far as just the chains. All of this stuff was bought back at the Tucson Gem Show. So we don't inflate just because the price of things is inflated. Now we bought it. We're going to price it at what we bought it at. The chains, however, a little bit different. So now you're only going to, it's an 18-inch chain, not a 24-inch chain for sterling silver. It is an 18-inch chain, but they will come with the 18-inch sterling silver chain. The setting on this is also sterling silver, and these have the open back, and the backs are like highly faceted. So if you like having that direct path of the gemstone's energy, open back is the way to go. God, look at that. All those gorgeous facets. So we have 5 of these and they're $50. And that's the gemstone plus the 18-inch chain. Look at that. I love the back of how faceted it is, so how it catches the light. But you can also see that they're gorgeous as far as the coloring of the smoky quartz. So yeah, we have 5 of those, $50 for those with a chain. All right. Dana says, so pretty. They really are. Okay, so next we have just a fun find. We actually just found these at the fall gem show, so I snuck them in. The fall gem show was end of August, beginning of September. So we have had unicorn poop before, but we've never had carved unicorn poop. So we got ourselves some unicorn poop skulls. We have 3 of them. You'll be buying the exact one. So I'll show you. I'll give you dimensions here in a second. And if you're like, Morgan, are you saying unicorn poop? Yes, I am. So technically it is silicon carbide. Carbide? Yes. Also known as, and that's the one I can't pronounce, carborundum. It is a man-made stone, okay? That shimmers with all the colors of the rainbow. So as you can see, all the little shimmers in there. Yeah, when you have 2 ring lights, you can really see how it's multifaceted. Like the colors, there's pink in here, there's purple, there's blue, there's green. Maybe this one will be, yeah, you can see it all as it shimmers. You can see that as the light catches it, it reflects back. It basically like the colors of an oil spill. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. See, look, you've got like some yellow, some blue in there. So it is a man-made stone, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have metaphysical energy. God, look at that. Look at all the little color pieces just shimmering. Okay. Because it has all the colors of the rainbow, I mean, that's going to be highly aura cleansing. But let's get to the actual thing. Okay, it's a stone of communication and can aid in telepathy efforts. It also increases intuition and can purify the mind, body, and spirit. As it contains all of the colors of the chakras, it can help you align your energy centers and allow divine energy to flow through you. They do call it unicorn poop because, I mean, if a unicorn is going to poop, it would be multicolored, I believe. Yeah. So the unicorn has long been a symbol of magic, purity, innocence, and enchantment. Represents the moon, the goddess, and her feminine energy, love, purity, seeking the natural truth, magic, and mystery. All of that good stuff is unicorn symbolism. Okay. So we have A, which is the little guy. He measures, so let me, please also, when you get these, be very careful because these, especially this part up here, it'll stab you. I think everyone here, when we sold the big pieces of silicon carbide, I think we've all been stabbed by at least one piece. So yeah, this is A. So you can see his face. He's got little sparklies in his eyes. A measures 3 by 3 by 2.75, weighs 8 ounces. It's 40. B is the one that is like super colorful on the side. Let me show you his face. So they have like little mohawks. That's why I love them. 4 inches by 4 inches by 2 and basically 2 1/4, weighs 1 pound. So this is $76. And then C weighs just over that. He's 3 3¾ by 4 by 2. So he's kind of got that sideways mohawk, but his color is also, look at all that. You can see the pinks, the greens, the purples, all of that in there. And then let me show you his face. $82. He weighs just over a pound. So we've got him at 82. But I've never seen, like we've sold unicorn poop before, but it's just usually been like small pieces, big pieces. I've never seen anybody carve it. I haven't. So when we saw it at the fall gem show, I was like, oh my God, that's really cool. So maybe now we'll start to see more things being carved. I don't know, in the silicon carbide. Yeah, Phoenix says those are just so fun. They really are. All right. The next one is a little bit of a learning thing. But let me tell you, when I found out about this, I want to say 2 years ago at the gem show, 3 years ago, I fell in love. So I have a piece of this that I use for pictures out here. It does take a little bit of there's a little bit of a learning curve, but I love saying it. So it's called metasomatic fluorite. um, and at first glance, you're like, that's fluorite. It is fluorite. So it's the way that it's formed as to why it's metasomatic fluorite. But I think what I love the most about it is the top. You have, all of these almost like a druzy-like top to it. But when you get it, you can see, oh, there we go, the light. You can see the layers of the fluorite. It's so dark, and most of it is indigo fluorite, okay? So as you get down through the layers here, you can see the blues. So you see the blue down here of the indigo fluorite, but you can see the layers of purple, blue, even yellow. And so I first came across this, and we bought one for someone for their Tucson surprise specimen. And I bought the second one. They only had two. And so we bought one for her and one for me. We went back to the same dealer. They had a few more pieces this year, so I bought them. They only had the two out. I bought them because I love it, okay? To me, it is like as if fluorite came from the underworld, okay? So I think that's what I wrote in the thing was metasomatic fluorite for underworld vibes, because it is extremely dark fluorite, but you have this sparkly top to it. And then once you get your piece, like I'm not even doing it justice. I think Ryan really got some good pictures because it almost has like a metallic texture to it as you're looking at it through the side. And just the lighting in here just kind of sucks a little bit. But you can definitely tell it is just this rich, rich, rich indigo fluorite. Okay. So the process, which I could say metasomatic all day long. Metasomatism is a process that happens naturally in which mineral rich water and fluids flow through the ground and replace the original minerals in a host rock with new ones. It happens in hydrothermal areas where there are high temperatures and pressures, where fractures in the rock formations allow for fluids to flow into empty spaces. Okay, so that's what makes it dark and moody, is the fact that as it was forming, water got in there, threw some other darker minerals in there that just really, that's what happened. And that's why you have the top pieces as this gorgeous, almost like sprinkles on a cake. But then you have the really dark layers in there of the fluorite. Okay. So metasomatic fluorite possesses the same magical properties of other forms of fluorite, which cleanses and stabilizes the aura. It absorbs and neutralizes negative energy and stress. It increases your powers of concentration and self-confidence while helping you make decisions. It encourages a positive attitude and balances your energies. Bless you, honey. So gorgeous indigo fluorite with bits of yellow. You can almost see the pockets in here. And in these little pockets is where it's just yellow, just in these little pockets. So it's gorgeous. We have these two. So let me show you one. We've just they're raw pieces. So this one kind of sits like this. A measures 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. It weighs 1 pound, 4 ounces. It's 95. Just because metasomatic fluorite is not common. I've only had one. We've only had one dealer that's ever had it. And I just saw it just a couple of years ago. And then B is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4, weighs 1 1/2 pounds. It's 115. But you have the gorgeous sparkles on top. And once you see, the pictures really do it justice. Of course, it's a little dark in here. Veronica said Annika is not here. She would be screaming about these pieces. They are gorgeous. It quickly became one of my favorite. And I do have I have a big chunk that we use for pictures. Like mine's, I don't know, probably like that. But I'm so happy when I do find it because I think it's unique. I think it's different. It almost has like a metallic velvety texture to it. Oh yeah, see, like when the light hits it, it's like a velvety sheen. It's just beautiful. And I know Ryan got that in the pictures. So we just have those two this year. I bought them. I buy what I can when they put them out. All right. 8 and 9. So the next two are two different stones. We have two different quantities of the stones. But we're really fun. So we have athames, but they are handmade. Okay. And I'm trying to see now. Okay. I want to make sure I get all of what this is because we only have one of the obsidian and then we have the 3 amethysts. So I'm going to make sure as I show them that all 3 amethysts are the same. Because look, there's so much going on these that they're not in the, it's not in the description. Okay. So you just have to kind of pay attention as to everything that's going on with these. But they are gorgeous. So I'm going to start with the obsidian just because we only have this one. If you want the obsidian one, this is the one you're going to get. Okay. So the blade is obsidian. We've got 2 obsidian points here. We've got an obsidian sphere. And then this is a gorgeous piece of labradorite. Yeah, it's showing up. The sheen is showing up a little bit. Okay. This one has a pinnacle and a bumblebee charm. And then it's like hand carved, I guess would be clay. It might be resin. But they have embedded the pinnacle charm and the bee charm. And then up here at the top is just bedazzled a little. I think they're gorgeous. I mean, each one of these is handmade, but yeah, you've got the obsidian blade here, the obsidian points here, and an obsidian sphere at the top. Okay. So we talked about obsidian before, right? Yeah, with the bat wings. So obsidian, mostly protection, grounding. So if you want to cut ties, if you want to do cord cutting rituals, you can use the athame for both of these. This is going to be more grounded, protected. So even if you want to cut doorways with this one, or draw protective circles, before your rituals, obsidian is going to amplify the protective grounding energy of those circles. Okay. So we have this one. It is 10 inches long by 3.5 inches wide. So we've got just this one obsidian. And then we have 3 amethyst, which let me tell you, they're a little bit heavier. All right, let me make sure that I get the gemstones right. Make sure that they're all the same. I am not sure if the sphere at the top is not super dark amethyst or if it's obsidian. So look, I don't know. At the top, the sphere at the top, the gemstone sphere, it could be obsidian, but then one of them looks like it could be super dark amethyst. So I'm not sure, but I do know we have amethyst, chevron amethyst blade, hand carved. Okay. Oh, so we've got 2 bats and 1 bee. So I guess we'll just intuitively choose. But they both have the pinnacle. These are both obsidian right here. The top, I'm not sure. It looks like first call is obsidian is what I would say. Could be amethyst if you shine a light behind it. But then you've got the gorgeous labradorite. Oh, a girl and a dog says, new to your live, how do you purchase? There is a link. No. Up at the top. That's everything goes up for sale in the live gemstone sale category on our website. And you have to complete checkout in order to make sure that it's yours. So yeah, you just check out once we list them. You just have to keep refreshing. So this one has a bee. So amethyst, the pinnacle, the bee, still have that labradorite, and I think an obsidian sphere at the end. And then this one is also a bat. Okay, so we'll intuitively choose which one you get, because we have these 3. And then you've got the gorgeous labradorite right there. So labradorite is my stone for magic. I have a piece of labradorite on all of my altars because for me, it helps me tap in a little bit deeper into my magic. It's a great stone for transformation, psychic abilities, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Laura says, I've never seen crystal athames like those. I hadn't either. So I was really happy that we were able to, I just grabbed what our vendor had. I grabbed all of them, which is why they are a little bit different. Like I'm even noticing now that like this one with the bat has like black resin up here, but these two are gold. How crazy is that? So like these two are gold. So it'll be a surprise if you order an amethyst of which one you get, but they're still going to have the labradorite cabochon, the blade, the two obsidians here. And I don't know if those at the top are obsidian or amethyst. But yeah, I'm sorry. These are $185 each. Yeah, they're 10 inches long, 3.5 inches wide, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm really glad that we were able to. Our vendor had 3 and we grabbed all, or 4 total. They had the 3 amethysts and they were like, oh, which ones do you want? And I was like, is this all you have? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I'll just take them all. Cause that's what I like to do. So they are so beautiful. Cord cuttings too. If you're going to do cord cuttings, amethyst ones are going to be really good for that because amethysts are also healing. So if you are doing like a metaphysical cord cutting, but you want to actually use an athame to like visualize the cord between you and the toxic person, and then you slice it with the athame just in the air, amethyst would be really good for that because amethyst is also healing on top of it. So yeah, that's just another thing, but you can still cut doorways with athames, draw circles, either with the amethyst or the obsidian, because amethyst is still protective. It's more like uplifting. So it's going to also open up your psychic centers as well. So yeah, there's just like a little bit of difference between the two. All right. The next one is brown tourmaline, which we kind of talked about just very briefly with the tumbled. Okay. Brown tourmaline. I think you can definitely see if I put it here, see a little bit, no, maybe not. Look, having one ring light is just, y'all know I battle with the lightning. Oh, there we go. Okay. Do you see how it's like brown? Oh, that is great. The lighting is perfect at the moment. All right. I will let you all know too. So we have, how many of these do we have? We have 6 of these from our Tibetan dealer. I have seen this exact necklace on other websites for $125. Okay. It is the exact necklace. There is only one vendor at the Tucson Gem Show that has these, and we grab them whenever they have them. So that means that the other website, which I will not name because it's mean, but I do have long-standing beef with them. They purchase from the exact same vendor that we do, and they charge $125. They also erroneously tell you that these are made of Tibetan silver, but they lead you to believe that Tibetan silver is sterling silver, and that is not true. Tibetan silver is still a metal alloy. So if you have extremely sensitive skin, you might want to just coat the parts that will lay on your skin with some clear nail polish. And Tibetan silver, or it's a metal alloy, just polish it. You will need a polishing cloth because it will turn brown. It's just what happens when metals hit air or moisture over an extended period of time. Okay. So brown tourmaline, it's so beautiful. It's also called dravite. Good Lord, where am I? It's also called champagne tourmaline. It's a powerful grounding stone which provides a soothing and reassuring effect on your body. It can be a deeply cleansing stone, removing negative energies from you and your surrounding area. It connects to the lower chakras, helping to increase one life force and stamina. Brown tourmaline is also used to harness the energy during storm magic. Okay, so they're handmade Tibetan. These do come with just a regular 24-inch chain. We have 6 of them. They're $25, you guys. $25. So, and I did post about these in my story one day. It was ages ago when I saw that the other company was charging $125 for these. I was like, you have to be shitting me. So yeah, we got them for $25. That includes the 24-inch chain. It's not certainly silver. It's a metal alloy, but it is a beautiful, just the Tibetan metalworking on it and how they conform, you know, the metalworking to fit the gemstone. It's beautiful. All right. Okay, so the next two specimens, I think they were actually, I'm not sure who bought them. I want to say Megan, our creative director, picked these out. But I don't know if she picked out both of them or just one of them. I know that I think the snake is the only one we have of this, or that snake was the only one they had of the snake carved. The skulls, I think they had a couple of different specimens, but I think the snake was the only one that they had. So we have ammonite, which is an ancient marine fossil, but they hand carved. Look at this, you guys. They hand carved things into them. And look at this guy right here just chilling on the bottom. So it is also, this first one is, we're calling it ammonite with skulls carved. Yeah. They're going to be separate listings. This is red ammonite, hopefully. Oh yeah, you can see it right through here show up. So this is red ammonite, this one. Let's talk about ammonite. Well, hold on. So we have the skulls. We're going to throw in the little stands too. So let me just show you. Yeah, we're going to throw in the little stands too, because we realized we had stands that fit it. So it's just a little black stand. And so they'll kind of lay back a little bit, but at least you'll be able to display them. All right. So we have the skulls and they're both ammonite, but you can just see the difference. We have the snake carved. And so this ammonite is a little bit more matte, a little bit of the darker colors, whereas as you can see, like the difference, they're both ammonites, which are fossilized sea creatures from like ancient times. But this is the red ammonite, and it even has, I don't know if it'll show up here. There's a little bit of red ammonite. Oh yeah, it is showing. Yeah, look over here next to, like over here. It's got the red ammonite on the front. And then this one is more the matte, earthy ammonite. Okay, and it has, I mean, the detail on that snake is gorgeous. So let's talk about ammonites. Ammonites are fossilized marine animals shaped like spirals whose extinction coincided with the dinosaurs' extinction. As a metaphysical stone, ammonite activates the third eye for interdimensional and astral travel. When placed on the third eye, these weigh 1.5 and 2 pounds. So I don't know if you want to place them on your third eye, but you can. At least maybe at the top, like if you're laying in bed meditating or something, you can place it near the top. But ammonite activates spiritual will and your soul's path and can help release past life obstacles that are affecting your current incarnation. The spiral shape reminds us to honor the spiral of life and can also take you deep into your own core, transforming negative energy into a positively flowing spiral. Okay. So we have the skulls. This one measures 5.5 by 4.5. It weighs 1.5 pounds. It's $165. And it is red ammonite. Red ammonite is just a little bit more rare, I guess, just because the iridescence is all red. And then we have the snake, which is 6.5 inches by 5.5 inches. It weighs 2 pounds. It's the 250. So when I said today we were going from 7 to 250, this is your 250. And it's just, I mean, the detail of, you know, carving it into the ammonite like this. And you can see all the detail of the snake. Snakes are also represent transformation. They represent shedding your skin and being reborn again. They deal heavily with divine feminine energy, especially dark divine feminine energy. Snakes resonate, I know, with Lilith, the goddess Lilith. So that's the snake symbolism. Mostly it's rebirth and transformation and being able to shed your old version in light of a new version. Okay. So that's our 250 specimen for this live. Pop that back onto the stand. All right, where are we at time? We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. The next is my, I have to say, I think this is one of my most favorite finds at the gem show. Okay. I am naturally drawn to just weird shit. And the minute I saw these, I was like, I don't even know what these are, but I want them, because in my mind, I knew how I wanted to market them. And I wanted to market them as skeleton fingers. So we bought them. We bought a lot of them. And then we get over to our dealer. We're like, what are these? And they're like skeletal quartz. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like the stars and the universe, everything just aligned, because I saw these immediately and I said, these are skeleton fingers. Okay. So we got two things going on with these. The first is we have what we're calling small. They all weigh the same. Okay. So we have 6 of the small. So these are skeletal quartz, which are also celestial quartz. But to me, you all know, if you've been here before, for me, celestial quartz, I like the ones that look like either castles built into the side of a wall or spaceships, like something you would see on Star Wars. Okay. That's what I call celestial quartz. And that's what I resonate with using the term celestial. Skeletal quartz, it's technically the same type of quartz, but this is skeletal quartz, if that makes sense. Like you can still see like where it kind of looks like a castle built into the side of a wall, but it just doesn't it look like if a skeleton had been calcified. I love it. And that's why we're calling them skeletal fingers. So these are the smalls. And like I said, I know that there's like a size difference, but they all weigh the same. Hold on. I'm going to get to the properties in a second. I want to show you all 6 of the small ones. This one's upside down. So they're quartz, but they just look like calcified skeleton fingers. At least that's what I thought. But you can see where they are like celestial quartz here with the different layers. They just look cool as shit. Hold on. These are the last 2. So these are the smalls. Okay. And yeah, you can really see like in this one, you can see the stacked. They're freaking cool as shit. It looks like basically what happened is probably some water dripped down on these too. And that's what happened. So, and I was like, they're skeleton fingers. So that's why it says, in the spirit of Samhain, we've lovingly named these specimens fingers, as if we harvested them from the skeletons of the deceased. Because look at them. In reality, skeletal quartz is a swiftly working spiritual stone. It's the same as celestial, so it's a high vibration, high frequency stone that creates a direct link with the divine and opens up your crown chakra to accept the knowledge that flows in. Most of the smoky quartz that we've sold in the shop, it was smoky quartz celestial. So that's why the properties tend to be a little bit the same. But this is a stone for initiating change and works quickly. But it keeps you open to spiritual vibrations and messages. It's recognized by jagged layered look that resembles a skeletal system. Each layer is thought to be a layer of our own consciousness or dimension, making it perfect for unlocking the wisdom of the ancients and for traveling between the worlds. Both of these can be achieved through deep meditation, which skeletal quartz will easily help you attain. Okay. And I did pick every single one of these. All right. So these are your smalls. Okay. These are, hold on. That's on a second page, you guys. That's on a second page. Give me a second. Okay. So the smalls all measure about 3 1/4 inches by 1 inches. They only weigh 3 ounces. So we have 6 of them and they're $25 each. Okay. So now we have A, B, C, D. You will be buying, I'm going to show those real quick. You would be buying the exact one, just to let you know, in case Colin's putting them up. A is 65, B is 70, C is 75, and D is 105. But you'll be buying, like if you buy a small, we're going to pick one of these for you. If you buy A, B, C, or D, you'll be getting the exact one. Okay, so let's start with A. Yes, this is A. So A is really funky on that side. And then look at the back. There's like other mineral inclusions in it. So A measures 4 inches by 2 inches. It weighs 7 ounces. It's 65. But this one has a lot of those like little, I don't know, I call them little castles. And then B, B has, look at all these like little bursts at the bottom of B, almost like candle quartz too. All of these like little points at the bottom. So this is B. B is 5 inches by 2.5, weighs 8 ounces. This one's 70. And you have a very clear point on B. It's really gorgeous. You do have the mineral inclusions along the back and then just some extra little points jutting out there. C has a little like bloop, bloop, little V. So look at C's, all the little castles there. And then the little points. C is 5.5 by 2, weighs 9 ounces. So it's 75. C is really cool. And then D's a big guy. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Like there are so many points. Look at all of the other points around the base of this one. And then all of the other little mineral inclusions there. This is 5 inches by 3 inches, weighs 13 ounces. It's 105. Look at all of that. Like so much texture, but look at all of the different points that you're getting with this one. There's also some kind of green inclusion. So there's some chlorite inclusion in here, which you can really see down in there. So that's pretty cool too. The texture of this one is just crazy. Like up here, look at that. Kind of looks like a reptile. So yeah. D was 105. All right. Next, we collected some rainbow obsidian stars from various vendors. So when you purchase one of these, we have 9 of them. We'll intuitively choose which one you get. So, oh no, I need the daylight flashlight. Colin, can you get the daylight flashlight for me? It should be in Ryan's room. He likes to put it on top of the bookshelf sometimes. Forgot about the daylight. Yeah, we need the UV, the daylight one, because some of these stars, like rainbow obsidian, I think this is the last of the rainbow obsidian, because we've done like anatomical hearts this year. We've done some hearts with flowers. These are the stars. So while Colin gets me that, was this one showing pretty well? Let's find one that shows pretty well. Okay. So basically rainbow obsidian has a bunch of different colors. Okay. And each one of these is hand carved to bring out the layers. This one's really good. You can really see it. So when the light hits it, it's hand carved in a way to bring out the different layers. And they carve the carvers of these, and most of them are made in Mexico. They're true artists because they have to look at the gemstone. They have to look at the layers. If you take it outside, you can see them immediately. But they have to look at the layers, and then they have to figure out, okay, this one can be a flower. This one can be a star. This one can be an anatomical heart. We've seen them as like the Mother Mary, with like the silhouette of the person like this, and then like rays coming off of her. So they are true artists because they are hand carving each of these gemstones to bring out its natural shine. And it looks like Ryan has hidden the flashlight from us again, which happens a lot here. So in the picture, you'll be able to see the stars because some of them are purple. Some of them are darker. I swear to God, you guys, they're there. We have to, when you take them out in the sun, you can really see them. But the reason that rainbow obsidian, especially carved rainbow obsidian like this, is so expensive is because, like I said, the each one has to be individually carved to bring out the rainbow obsidian's color. And this is a great example of it. It's not on top of the white bookshelf in there. That's what I said. He usually puts it on top of the bookshelf. Well, the one that's to the left of the picture taking area. Sorry. The light is adjusting here so you could see them. So let's talk about the actual properties of rainbow obsidian. Okay, good. The light kind of adjusted in here for you all to be able to see them, but you'll see in the pictures, like when the listing goes up, the pictures show much more. Okay, so rainbow obsidian is an amazing stone of protection, and because of its rainbow-like sheen, it embodies all of the energies of the chakras, aligning your aura and energy field in a positive manner. Stars connect us to the cosmos above and remind us to follow our dreams. All right, so now that we have, there we go. So this flashlight just mimics the sun. So if you take your specimens out into the sun, this is what you're going to see. Let me get that dark one because that one's purple. Look at, hold on. It's also a little dusty. Look at that. So now you can see a little bit more like what we're talking about how they have to find the layers of the rainbow obsidian. And then they have to, and some of them, like this one, is smaller in size, but you get way more colored layers out of it. Because some of them are actually just more like that one. There's only like purple and yellow in this one. Some of them have all of it. Like this one is a really good specimen. It's got blues and greens. But each one of them is hand carved. Oh my gosh, that one is beautiful. So we have 9 of these. We'll intuitively choose one of them, but they all have, even though some of the specimens are smaller, the time and effort that, goes into them, or the layers will go out further. That's why we just kind of put them all together and said, all right, we'll intuitively choose one. So these are $110 each. Again, it's just the time and effort that goes into carving them and making them look so gorgeous. Okay. Stars are also highly protective. They do the earth, air, fire, water, spirit. So it's the connection of all 5 elements. And actually, I don't know if these sold out or not, but I just wanted to see real quick now that we have the flashlight back. If the flashlight made the metasomatic fluorite, yeah, you can definitely see the layers more in it than you could before. So there we go. All right, rainbow obsidian stars. We did we collaborated on those. I think there was a couple of different rainbow obsidian dealers that we really trust at the gem show, and so we bought some stars from one, bought some stars from another, and yeah. All right. Just a few more, you guys. We're almost done. Next, I found these at the fall Tucson Gem Show, and I thought they were beautiful. I thought they were definitely worth the spooky, for the Samhain Live. Let me show you too. We put some chunky Tibetan chains on these. They're chunky. Now, this is the chain that comes with it. You can take it off, or you can use the chain to hang it, because these are big. If you don't want to wear these, don't wear them. Use them as wands, which is why we've said that they are Lemurian quartz large point with labradorite Tibetan wand necklace. I buy these so that people can use them as wands. But we add the chain if you want to wear it. I mean, it's right there at your solar plexus, your personal power center. So being that it's quartz, it's going to energize that. And there's labradorite for magic. So you're hitting that sacral chakra as well. Your cauldron of creativity is what I call the sacral chakra. But yeah, these guys are big. They are Lumerian again, so we have those horizontal lines within the quartz that hold the power or the knowledge of the universe. Each one has a labradorite skull cabochon, and we do have them separated. Now, we were charged the same price for both, so we're releasing them at the same price for both, even though A has a little dingle dangle at the top, which tells you that each one of these is handmade. And they take the shape of the gemstone into consideration as well. I was trying to see if A is also double terminated. It might technically be double terminated. So this is A. A has the extra little quartz point at the top, and there's the skull. It has more of the labradorite skull has more of the traditional green, little bit of blue, yellow flash to it. But again, it comes with the huge thing, or you can just use it as a wand to direct energy to hold while you are meditating. Quartz is going to be an amplifier, and then the labradorite skull is great for magic. It is also believed skulls, they've been used, crystal skulls have been used for hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of years by different cultures for divination, healing. But a lot of times you can just talk for divination purposes. You can just talk to your crystal skull and then see what messages or what answers are given back to you. So this is A. A is 90. And B is also 90. And B just doesn't have the additional dangle at the top. But I will say B is a little bit more Lumerian as far as the lines. But A is also, you can see right there when the light catches it, A is also Lumerian. So I would highly use these as wands. If you want to wear them, though, we give you the big old chunky chain. Okay. But you can use them to direct your energy, hold while you're meditating, while you're walking between the worlds, all of that great stuff. Spirit communication, doing that as well. Quartz is just naturally protective, so it will help with all of that. And I found those. Those are the only two they had that were Lumerian quartz, like large Lumerian quartz points with the labradorite. Those are the only two that they had of those. I think some of them had fluorite skulls, but the fluorite was like the yellow fluorite. Not a fan of yellow fluorite. Oh, Marissa asked, how do they get them rainbow colored? That's natural. For the obsidian, that's natural. That's what makes it real. It's just the other stuff that kind of forms with the obsidian that makes it the different colors. But that's what makes rainbow obsidian so cool, is all of that is natural. So that's why some of them are purple. It just means that like that leg of the vein had a little bit more purple in it, but that's, they have to carve it in a certain way to bring that out. And that's what makes rainbow obsidian carved pieces like true works of art, honestly, because they have to, I mean, they probably have to carve them outside, I would assume too, under the sun to like fully see, you know, as they're carving. And as they're carving, they're showing or revealing those layers of the different colors. So that's why I love rainbow obsidian. This is our first year ever purchasing it because it is one of the more expensive gemstones. And so, but we had so many people ask for rainbow obsidian that we decided to do a couple of specimens. And so far, everything, like people have loved their specimens that they've gotten from us. So I'm just happy that we were finally able to get some this year. So yeah. Okay. Moving on. Oh my gosh. We only got one of these guys. It is silver sheen obsidian. You can definitely, when I hold it back, you can see so it is silver sheen obsidian. There's silver sheen obsidian and then there's gold sheen obsidian. So it just means it is obsidian, but when the light hits it, it's a different color. Okay. So like there's rainbow obsidian, silver sheen, and then there's also gold sheen, which kind of looks green when the light hits it. But we got these, it does stand up. I would probably put, just because it is a thin base, if you grab this one, because this is the only one we have, I'd probably put something behind it, even just like a thicker gemstone or something to just make sure it's stabilized on your altar, especially if you have cats that like to get on your altar. It does stand though. It's just, we went a little weight heavy in the middle. And so, yeah. But silver sheen obsidian owl on tree. I thought it was super spooky, super gorgeous. I only grabbed the one. Okay. Owls are associated with the goddesses Athena, Lakshmi, Skadi, Lilith, and Hecate. Sheen obsidian forms from volcanic lava and is considered glass. It is a very powerful crystal that absorbs negativity, grounds you, and gives protection. Sheen obsidian eliminates any ego conflict and balances energy fields. Obsidian itself increases self-control while releasing imbalances and negative energies. It resonates with the root chakra, making it an extremely grounding stone. Okay. So owls are the ultimate symbol of wisdom. Those with owl as their spiritual animal are highly intuitive and are guided by the owl to see through the darkness and to see to the truth. The owl as a talisman or statue can help honor these traits and help one build them. So this is great for a shadow working altar, okay? Or a spooky season, like as we move into the dark season, if you want to embrace more of the darker energies in your life, this is gorgeous. It's going to reveal truth. With the owl, it's going to increase or boost your intuition, and it's going to help guide you and give you wisdom. Okay. And then the sheen obsidian is going to help illuminate truth as well. And eliminates, what did I say? Ego conflict and balances energy fields. Okay. So we just have this one guy. It's 7 3/4 inches tall by 5 inches wide. It's 115. We just have the one. I thought they were just super cute. I grabbed one to see if you all would like it. Oh, Phoenix says, raise your hand if you're part of the Sour Patch Kid Cats Club. Love the little troublemaker who are too sweet to stay mad at. Yes, I have. It's actually Crowley is the one of my cats that likes to walk on my altar the most. Cass doesn't even try, thank goodness, because he's the one with the wonky back legs. And Kita is too big, and my altar is very narrow. But Crowley is the one that was like, I'll walk across your altar. So, yeah. All right. Just have 3 left. So we've had black phantom quartz before. I went back to the same dealer who most of their items come from Brazil, and they're super high quality. So this is the same vendor that we had like the indigo light or the sugar amethyst from. He specializes, he has a very small booth at the Tucson Gem Show, and he specializes in high quality, unique gemstones. Okay. So when I want black phantom quartz, I go to him. So we have done it before. We just brought 4 specimens back. You will be buying either A, B, C, or D. This is A, and A is a double terminated. Okay. And you even have some at the bottom. Like, it's crazy how many points are here. So let's talk about, while I hold up A, just to let you know, like, this is B. These are also Lumerian. I don't think these are highly Lumerian. Holy hellfire. I don't know if that even made it into the listing. These are hella Lumerian. This is like that good quality Lumerian too. So like, just to let you know, like A is the only one that's a little funky shape. The rest of them are points, B, C, and D. Okay. So I'm just going to hold up A while we talk about black phantom quartz. Okay. Black phantom quartz includes shadows created by inclusions or unique formations of either black carbon or manganese in the stone. Okay. So you can see the tips right here. It's mostly the tips of all of them are what make it a black phantom quartz. Black phantom quartz is a powerful ally at work or home because it's a stone of good fortune and abundance. So you can see when you look through here, you can see that it's like it's inclusions that make the tip black or gray. Oh yeah, you can really see in this one. You see all the like spot inclusions when you look into it. So that's what makes them black phantom quartz. It also helps calm your space by repelling negative vibes. Oh, that one's a great phantom. Do y'all see all? Okay, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna try and point out inside. You should see little lines, like almost like chevron. That's the phantom quartz. So do you see like right through here? So what happens is it's basically like as the quartz is forming, minerals get put onto it, or like it collects minerals and it creates the little phantom lines on the inside. This one is this is C, by the way, in case anybody's like, I want that one. But you can see, especially when I hold it like this, inside you can see the little, you know, lines of the phantom quartz in there. Black phantom quartz helps with spiritual growth, releasing past trauma. It can even help you heal past life wounds. Okay. So these are Lemurian as well. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So let's talk about prices. Hold on, I'm going to flip to the last page. Last page. So A is the one that has the 2 points at the top. And actually, when I hold it like this, you can definitely see how there's like, it looks like a crystal within a crystal because of the way that it forms. That's what makes it the phantom. So it's like a phantom quartz inside of quartz. You know, it's just because of the mineral, the ways the mineral deposits on the different layers as it's forming. A is a double point, 2.5 by 1. It's $20 for A. B is 3 inches by 1. It's $25. Even the edges up here are Lemurian on B. Like the faces, look at that. And then B, you see all the different lines inside that like mimic the point. That's what makes it phantom. So B is $25. C, I think, was the one that really showed the phantom. Yep. C really shows the phantom on the inside. $38. It's 3 inches by 1.25. And then D is like super clear. You can almost use this one for scrying. And you can kind of see, hold on. This one just has so many inclusions. It's gorgeous, but I would use this one. If you want to use it to scry as well, you can kind of like get lost in it. D is $47.50. It weighs 4 ounces. It's 3.25 by 1.5. And you can see in there, oh yeah, if you kind of look over in this direction, you can see where the dark lines are that make it the phantom quartz in there. But D is super clear. I would definitely use that for scrying if I had D, because you can get lost in it very easily. All right. Those are gorgeous. Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. All right, last piece of jewelry for you all today. It is sterling silver, so it will have that 18-inch sterling silver chain. I just don't show it because the chains get all tangled when we do. We have purple labradorite. Okay, so purple labradorite is probably my favorite labradorite. Then again, I just like anything purple. Look at that. They are different shapes. They're all about the same size, or at least weigh about the same. Purple labradorite gemstones are revered for their beauty and powers of psychic development and magic. It is a stone to aid in any magic ritual and helps with transformation on all levels. Labradorites are great for increasing intuition and psychic development. Ooh, that one's dark purple. And can help provide clarity into one's own destiny. Look at that. So we do have these all have the open back as well. So if you want that direct connection with the gemstone, as you can see, like this one's a little bit thinner. This one's thick, like thick widthwise. We have their teardrop and their oval. We have 12 in stock. So we'll intuitively choose one at the time of your order, but they all are purple labradorite, gorgeous purple. Yeah, like this one's setting is so it's skinny, but its setting is way thicker than the rest of them. But you have that direct line of energy with the gemstone. Purple labradorite, these are $60, and they have the 18-inch sterling silver chain. It's a sterling silver setting on it as well. Oh, Colin raised his hand. If we have like intrusive cats. So yeah, these are probably, I will say this. I don't see a lot of purple labradorite jewelry at the gem show. Okay. Now, we're not shopping at the super expensive jewelry sellers. Okay. So to have found these, I think the purple is gorgeous. I immediately grabbed them because I love purple labradorite, and I personally don't find it in jewelry that's already set. Now, I've seen it in a lot of cabochons. We are not we don't make jewelry here as far as like setting stones in cabochons or setting the cabochons into metal. So yeah, to have found the actual whole thing in a necklace, I was very happy. I love purple labradorite. Bless you, honey. All right. 2 left. The next one. So if you've been eyeing the skulls back here, that's what we're going to get to next. You will be buying the exact one here. I believe these were like I think this was a group effort on these. But we picked out the creepy, weird ones that look like bubbling, melting, just, oh my God, I love these. I love these so much that one of these, I had a dream about one night, and it's been sitting on my altar behind my desk until Ryan came to us and was like, I'm missing a skull. And I was like, it's on my altar behind my desk, and he had to go grab it. I love these though, but look at this. So these are preonite. And what they did is they polished the preonite, and then they took the natural formation of the preonite and built a skull into it. So this one, for example, is C, probably one of my favorite, just because you get bubbling cauldron and cauldron brew bubbles. I love it. So that's why these are in the Samhain Live, because preonite naturally is that cauldron green. Like if you see a bubbling cauldron in movies or TV shows, it's this like antifreeze green. That's the natural color of preonite. And we got the ones that, like, look at this one. This one is D for reference. It just looks like almost like Too-Faced, like someone poured acid on it. But it looks like a bubbling cauldron. And that's why we got these. Now, I will get to the metaphysical properties. This is also a favorite of mine. This is E because it almost looks like Medusa. Like it looks like that could be a snake coming off of the head. Preonite, I'll get to the metaphysical properties, but preonite is my go-to stone for spiritual protection. Okay, so many, many, many moons ago, I felt like I had some kind of like thing trying to attach to me. This was years and years ago. And I meditated, and I was told to use preonite for protection. So ever since then, if I ever feel like there's something icky trying to attach to me psychically or energetically, I have a preonite necklace that I wear to combat that. Okay. So preonite is revered for its power of protection. It is perfect for keeping one protected on all levels, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally, and on all planes. So it's perfect for protection during astral travel or dream magic. It can help strengthen one's life force on all levels. Preonite is also known as the stone of prophecy, which makes it perfect for helping tap into your inner knowledge and intuition. So having a crystal skull in prophecy double duties that stone of prophecy, because like I said, ancient Egyptians, ancient Mayans, Aztecs used crystal skulls for divination. So they literally would talk to their crystal skull and then see what answers were given back to them from divine. So that is prophecy. And then you've got it made in a stone of prophecy stone, that is amazing. Okay. So we've got each of these. So this is A. A is pretty much a full skull. The little black, I think usually the little black inclusions that you see are epidote, I think, but epidote might be green. So these might be terminated preonites, which is pretty cool. There's all kinds of other things. Lisa said, oh my God, beautiful. I've been eyeing those skulls the whole show. These are my favorite thing ever. I know why we put them in Samhain, but like every live, I'm like, ooh, are the preonite skulls here? Like, no, I know why we put them in Samhain because they look like bubbling cauldrons. So this is A. You've also got some black rutiles in there, black tourmalated, mostly a skull. And then he's got the cave out on one side. All of these weigh almost 2 pounds or over 2 pounds. So A is 120. Okay. B has the mohawk. So B has that really funky mohawk to him. Again, he's got tons of inclusions. B is 122, just to show you. These are about 5 inches by, I don't know why this one says 3.75. I don't think that is correct at all, because this one is bigger than that one. I don't know what's going on with the measurements on these guys. These are all about 4 or 5 inches, like the skulls are. I know that they're a little weird from the standpoint of like the bubbling cauldron gooiness. This is C. So C is half a skull and half a two-faced bubbling cauldron. It's great. I love it. I love C. C weighs over 2 pounds. It's 140. D weighs over 2 pounds. D is also like you've got skull and then you've got bubbling cauldron. This one actually has some of the raw, like they didn't even polish this. This is like raw in there. Preonite. D is 145. It weighs 2 pounds, 2 ounces. And then E is the one that I kind of think is like a little Medusa-like with like the snake right here is 165. So there's the front, because you will get this exact one. And then there's the ooey gooiness. I love it. And then this is this side. So there's basically just like bubbling all over that one with the little thingy there. I love it. These are true art pieces as well, because the carvers have to, again, look at the gemstone and say, what's the best, like, how can I make this unique and stand out but go with the form of the gemstone, not against it. So, yeah, and one of those has been sitting on my altar since like March. Yeah. All right. Last specimen. Where is it? There it is. I want to say this is our last snake, but I don't know if that's true or not. I think we have some labradorite cobras coming up, unless I've already done the labradorite cobra. So we only have one of those, I think. So like, I don't know. We like snakes here at Ink Goddess Creations. Well, I like gemstone snakes. I don't like a real snake at all. This is I think the last of the jasper snakes that we got though. This is cherry blossom jasper, which you can see. Do you see the pink right here on his neck? Cherry blossom jasper. He's got pink on his belly. Cherry blossom jasper is a nurturing stone that brings peace, adds support during times of stress, and helps one feel whole again after emotional turmoil. It is named for the pink floral-like patterns within the stone, which resemble cherry blossoms. Cherry blossom jasper provides support for emotional growth and helps us continue to grow through healthy decision-making. It motivates and inspires us with fresh ideas and enthusiasm. Jasper also provides one with a protective shield against negativity and helps you release the bad vibes that have accumulated around you. Okay. Snakes, again, are the ultimate symbol of transformation and rebirth. They represent the magical, the mystical. They represent the rise of divine feminine energy, dark divine feminine energy, Kundalini energy. They can amplify power. They can increase sexuality and passion in your life, especially with the cherry blossom jasper as well, those little hints of pink and red. So let me give you a close-up of his face. Look at that. His little tongue. And this is his shape overall. He measures 8 inches by 4 3/4. He's 105. So that's the last specimen I have for you all. There you go. All right. So our next live gemstone sale is not up yet, but it is for November. It's our Small Business Saturday live gemstone sale. So it is on Small Business Saturday, which is like really late. It's like November 29th. So you got a little bit of time. Save up some money for the next one. The Small Business Live is more of our favorite finds from the Tucson Gem Show that don't really fit into a Sabbat, like the Sabbat energy like this. But it's just some more of the eclectic or fun finds that we found this year. So that'll be on the 29th. Yes. It's 10 a.m. Pacific time. So any Collins to come and tell me what we still have left?
That's gone.
Okay, so we still have the snake ammonite.
The smoky quartz spheres are gone. The owl's gone.
We still have that guy.
And the obsidian athame is gone. We have a little bit of everything else.
Okay, so he said we have a little bit of everything except the owl. The sheen obsidian owl is gone. That snake ammonite is still there. The smoky quartz spheres are gone, but we still have the big clusters. He says, so we've got a little bit of everything left. Veronica said, I finally got a snake. Woohoo! Yeah, so that means we've got skeletal quartz, the obsidian bat wings. Now you can take a look. Anything that doesn't sell here remains in that live gemstone sale category. So, you can peruse through things that are still available in there. So, other things coming up for Ink Goddess Creations, we are having, 31 Days of Samhain is still going on through the month of October. Every day, a new little fun thing pops around. Sometimes it's a limited edition item. Sometimes it's a flash sale. Sometimes it's a freebie. So you can still go for most of the freebies. I mean, the freebies stay up. November 1st, they disappear. Okay. So you can head to our website, inkgoddesscreations.com. There's a big old banner that says 31 Days of Samhain. Phoenix says, I need a smoky quartz snake or crocodile. The only crocodiles I've seen are in that lizardite that we had the rings in. They had a lot of those this year. They were alligators in the lizardite, but they were huge. I don't know how much they were either, but they were like massive. But yeah, other things coming up. Our subscription box this month is cottage core. So very homey, very cozy. Even if you're not into cottage core, this whole box is designed to provide comfort and warmth and coziness for the dark season. So like I said, even if you don't like cottage core, this month's box has tools in it to help you cleanse yourself, help you cleanse your house, help you journal. And it just has that earthy cottage core vibe to it. But all of the items are still practical to witchcraft and can be incorporated into any witchcraft practice. So that's the box for this month. Those will ship on November 5th. And then in the Ink Spirit Coven, tomorrow we have our water and ink scrying workshop. So if you join, you have access to that immediately, or the replays of anything that we've done. We did mirror magic earlier this month. Next month for November is liminal spaces. So we're going to have some fun traveling between the worlds. So yeah, you can get to Ink Spirit through our website as well, but that's our online learning coven. And I absolutely love it there. That's where I hang out. So Christina said, dang it, missed the sphere. Yeah, those went fast. Christina said, beautiful show, Morgan. Thank you. Thank you for attending, you guys. And just know that our small business does a lot of fun, cool things, free things, but also the subscription box, the Coven, live shows like this. So please, if you are new to Ink Goddess Creations, head to inkgoddesscreations.com and just look around. We've got a blog with full moon, new moon reports, all kinds of really fun stuff. And yeah, it's our small business. There's only a few of us that run it. So please head over there and explore. So thank you all for being here with me today. And the next live sale will be for Small Business Saturday on November 29th. And I will see you all then. Bye.